Hi, hello, and welcome back to EFT with Lucy. My name is Lucy, and I'm so excited that you are here today. Today, we're going to be tapping on bringing yourself out of fight, flight, freeze, fawn land and bringing you back into your body, into the present moment so that you can kind of escape if you're feeling frozen, if you're feeling really triggered or really existential, maybe about the current events in the world. I got you, because the beautiful gift that tapping can bring when it comes to any sort of little transformation that can lead to really big results is when we maybe get into patterns of like reading the news or really avoiding the news or any other thing in your life. It doesn't have to be the news or current events or whatever. It could be, conversations or work projects that you have to continually revisit, and you got to do the work, and you got to show up, and you need to show up with all of your brain and your body working in full capacity. But you just can't seem to feel good when that happens, right? I like to think about, when we're stressed, do we have this urge to fight, fly, freeze, whatever it is? So again, this is really geared towards getting out of that really frantic or whatever stressed or frozen, right, response to get us back into our body. And I know I am an overthinker, so I'm saying this to any overthinkers that might be watching, or someone who might get really caught up in that stress response. We're not going to be able to think calmly. We're not going to be able to, how do I put this? It's going to be much easier to find solutions to whatever problem that you're facing when you are not in a stressed place, because not all of our brain is really working and being utilized. When we are in a stress response, there's nothing wrong with being in a stress response, but we're really not going to feel like we're making our best decisions, and we're not going to feel our best if we're operating from a really crazy, dysregulated place. So what we're going to be working on is focusing on just bringing ourselves back to this present moment, focusing on what is in front of us, not necessarily ignoring or bypassing all the other things going on, right? If you are having like a busy season at work, or again, if things are really wild and hectic in the world, it doesn't mean we have to like bury our head in the sand and ignore it. It just means that we can acknowledge that it's happening. We can acknowledge the response that it brings up in ourselves. And we're going to continue to show up for the things that are immediately in our day-to-day next thing that we need to do. If my camera is shaking, my cat is playing with the tripod. But really, like all the things, like some of these things, that make us feel really triggered or whatever, that get us into that stress response, it doesn't really have to do with our next steps, right? So one thing that my wife, I so appreciate her, she helps me stay practical. But one thing that she always tells me is, like I might be like, gosh, what is the direction of my life? What do I want to be doing? All these big picture things. And she's like, well, does that change what you need to get done for this week? Does it change what you're going to do today to take care of yourself, to take care of the people in your life, to show up for the current commitments and responsibilities you have? I'm like, you know what? That's not really gonna, like, I can obviously want to know which direction I need to go in, in life, or, all these big picture things, but really, is it going to change my day-to-day things? Or are there some really big, tasks that will change the trajectory of my big picture, right? Like applying to a job, having a talk with a manager, or, calling a representative for, your state or whatever it is, whatever the big picture is for you. Maybe there is a big action you want to take, and that's great, but maybe you're feeling stressed about it. So this tapping is really, again, just going to get you down into a grounded state so that you can think clearly with all of your brain, and just show up for the things that you need to show up for today, because life is hard and there's a lot of things we got to do sometimes, and I want you to be able to do those things so you can feel your best. So without further ado, let's get into the tapping. We're going to start on the side of the hand. If you've never tapped before, it's super easy. Just tap, right, tap. Repeat after me. Let's get grounded. I feel like I cannot be present. My mind and my body and all my awareness are out and about, beyond my reach of control. I feel like I don't have control of anything, in fact. I can't control what other people do or think. On a small scale and on a very large scale. that feels really hard for me to handle right now. It feels so hard for me to handle right now. I know that there's things I need to do in my day, but I just cannot do them. I'm feeling stressed to the max. And I can't focus on any of the important things, which makes me feel even more stressed. Because on top of all the things I can't control in the world, I feel like I can't do the things that are under my scope of control. So I'm seeing myself just freeze up and feel like I am checked the F out. But even though I'm checked the F out, I'm choosing to love and accept myself. Even though I feel like I cannot be present, even though it feels impossible for me to be present, even though it is impossible for me to be present, I'm choosing to accept that this is how I feel. I'm choosing to accept that my body is doing body things. I'm choosing to accept that my body is doing what it thinks is important to keep me safe. And I really appreciate that. But I don't want this to be blocking me from internal peace and simply the things I need to do to get through my day. I'm choosing to accept that I'm feeling frozen, stuck, super elevated, and amped up, but unable to do anything with these nerves. So even though I feel frozen, even though I feel stuck in fight or flight mode, I'm choosing to love and accept myself. I'm choosing to know that my nervous system is flexible and adaptable, and feeling grounded is just around the corner. And I'm open to feeling grounded and safe in this moment, even though it feels illogical and impossible. I want to feel safe. I want to feel present. I want to feel grounded. Great job. Take a deep breath in and hold it at the top. Let it go. Maybe you're feeling your body, calm down a little bit. If not, that's okay. We really just got into like all the things that feel activating right now. So maybe you don't feel really calm right now. Take a sip of water if you have it. Stay hydrated. It's going to help you in many different ways. And we're going to get started on the top of the head. So just tapping where I tap, repeat after me. I can't be present. I can't be present. It feels impossible for me to be present. My mind is being flung into a big fear frenzy. A big frenzy of what ifs. It's like I see these things outside of me. I see a news article. I'm informed of whatever news from somebody. Someone emails me or texts me. Or I see results of something. And I am just flung into fight, flight, freeze, fawn, etc. Whew, and it is hard to come back down. But even though it's hard to bring myself back from all these what ifs, I'm choosing to deliberately slow down. I'm choosing to know my body is a portal. It's helping my brain feel calm. And maybe all of these what ifs that my brain is thinking of, maybe these what ifs will come to fruition. But maybe they won't. It's not that I want to stick my head in the sand and not be informed. I just want to remind my nervous system that it's actually not that helpful when we freak the F out to this level. So I'm going to focus on some exhales. Focusing on calming my system. Reminding myself that when I take the time to calm down, I can think more clearly. And I can act from a better place than my limited fear response. And I'm not going to bypass the situation. I'm going to pull this thing up in my brain, in my mind's eye. This thing that is making me feel so fearful, or whatever is triggering this fight, flight, freeze response. I'm just going to hold this thing in my mind's eye. Do a little exposure therapy. So just repeat after me. This event, this fill in the blank, this email, this thing that's happening out in the world, this thing in all the ways it makes me feel upset or afraid, or angry or frustrated. This event, this thing, this person, this text. There's part of me that really wants to avoid it. But there's part of me that really wants to show up in a way that I'm proud of. And right now, I don't feel like I'm doing that. I'm just feeling myself feel short of breath. I'm feeling my mind race. I'm feeling ungrounded in my body. Maybe I'm feeling nauseous or losing my appetite. Just feeling all these different types of ways because this thing has been brought to my attention. I'm feeling so many different ways. But I'm loving and accepting myself even though I'm feeling activated. Even though this thing exists. Even though this thing is happening. I'm choosing to love and accept myself. I'm choosing to wholly and completely accept that this is my response. And I don't think it's an inappropriate response. Feeling frozen, feeling activated. It's probably a really understandable response. But I really don't want to sit in this frantic energy. I want to show my body and my nervous system that we can feel grounded and calm, even if there's actions that we need to take. Even though there's actions I want to take, but they feel impossible. I'm choosing to love and accept myself. I'm choosing to remind myself of my priorities, even if they feel silly or small in the scope of what's going on right now. I'm choosing to remind myself that while there are things that are not under my control, like the past or the future, I can't control the past or the future. I can't control other people. I can't control other people's thoughts about me. I can't control the actions of other people. I'm choosing to love and accept myself. I'm choosing to know that there are things within my agency that I can control, that can make a difference on my day, and make a difference on how I feel about myself. So if I need to take some time and freak the F out, that's okay. If I need to take the time to ground myself with tapping or breath work or an emergency dance party in my bathroom, I can do that. Even though I feel really activated, I'm choosing to know that I don't have to stay in this way. And I really don't want to feel activated like this every time that I encounter this thing. I want to feel calm and empowered. I want to feel like I have all my resources and faculties about me. I want to feel like I can think clearly, like I can keep things going in my day, like I don't need to go hide and crawl into a hole and avoid making decisions and avoid taking action. I know I can feel calm and grounded even though this event is happening, or this text is being sent, or this email is being sent, or whatever is happening. Even though this thing is happening, I can still feel maybe afraid, but also calm and grounded. I can move through my day with whatever emotion I have right now. It's okay to feel my feelings. It's okay to feel the fear. It's okay to feel the frustration. It's okay to feel the sadness. Everything I'm feeling is okay. In fact, my body was designed to feel feelings. So I'm going to let these feelings rise up. Maybe feel the things that I'm avoiding with this freeze or flight response. Knowing that I'm okay. I am safe. I am loved in this moment. Even if I can't guarantee anything in the future, I am okay. Even though I can't guarantee the past, present, the future, whatever, I'm choosing to know that I can be safe in this moment. I know that I can do something about this situation. And I really want to do something about this situation. But I can't act with an alignment of my integrity and values if I'm running around with my head cut off or staying frozen because I'm afraid. So I'm declaring I'm shaking off the freeze, like I'm thawing or shaking off and flinging this ice. that has taken over my body. Allowing myself to put my feet squarely on the floor and feel the sturdiness and support under me. I'm coming back to myself, calling all my power back, knowing that it is beautiful that I care about myself and other people. It's beautiful that I want what's best for myself and other people. But I'm choosing to do it while I am grounded. Even though I was feeling so frozen and activated. I'm choosing to lean into the safety and calm that I'm creating. With every breath, feeling more safe and secure within myself. Knowing that I can trust myself to take action. When I take one step forward at a time. When I celebrate every tiny little step. And I celebrate the effort I put into doing my best. So I'm choosing to deeply and completely love, forgive, accept myself. Even though I was feeling so frozen and activated at the same time. Even though I'm not perfect. Even though my body does body things. I'm choosing to love and accept myself. I'm choosing to know I can come back and use all my tools to help me stay grounded as often as I need to. I can return to this grounded place as many times as I need to. I know that it is always here for me, especially when I use the right tools to access it. So I'm choosing to deeply and completely love, forgive, and accept myself. And to stay in a grounded, connected place every step forward. Great job. I'm so proud of you. I hope that you're feeling grounded and more able to tackle whatever it is that you need to today, and that you're able to handle any of the challenges that are presented to you on whatever, is challenging you today, whatever that looks like for you. I'm cheering you on, and please let me know if this helped. If this didn't help, let me know what else you would love to see a tapping on. And I just want to say, I really appreciate you for supporting my channel, for supporting my work. I think this is really life-changing work. Honestly, the more that you practice tapping, the more that you practice showing up for yourself, I think it makes a huge difference in your life. And when you take care of yourself, it has a ripple effect, because when you are able to feel safe and secure within yourself, imagine all the people that are going to feel safe and secure around you. So you've got it. Again, sending all the love, sending all the appreciation, and I will see you in the next video.